This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Buckeyes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. Deep in the end zone, it's Brown. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Longhorns offense will take the field first. They sure hope that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call. A late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Manning on play action. And that one's incomplete. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
Slips through the line. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. The Buckeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Julian Sayin coming off a 400-yard, 3-touchdown outing in his last appearance.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? It was so special a year ago. And David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing it.
He's going to go for a big one. Makes a deep grab. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line. A 1st down run. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And you talk about wasting no time, that's what this offense just did. First play, explosive play. Second play, ready to rock and roll. Two-play drive. It's exactly what they drew up over there on the sidelines, Paul.
And they did a great job at getting down to the goal line and getting set quick to go run that play, right? After the long play, the call came in, everybody got lined up. Wasting no time. Defense completely on their heels. They don't know what just hit them.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Coleman's got it on the right side. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Throwing Manning. Working that left side now. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Caught. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run inside. It's Brown. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Burrowing for yardage. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Turns up, it's Wingo. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Here's Manning to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Wingo. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
Man, is it going to be fun trying to stop this passing offense in Texas. Not only do you have to deal with Arch Manning throwing the football, but you got Wingo outside with all that speed, David. You bring in Cam Coleman from Auburn with his highs and speed. So who do you cover if you're on defense?
Yeah, we didn't even mention the running backs when you bring in two who are studs. So, like, they're studs all over the field. This is an offense that, Sark, when they really get it going, man, the passing game becomes elite. And they can do so many good things to you. But just Cam Coleman and the ability to catch the football when he's not open. Like, it's
snags it and he's open. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Longhorns are in the hurry-up. Motion from the wide receiver. Running the red zone. It's Brown. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. On the run from inside his own 5. He stopped right there after a short return, was looking for running room, and the coverage unit wasn't having it. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. We got a tight one early, and they go back on the attack, holding a 7-6 lead. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Swamped immediately.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Here's Julian saying to throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Making his first move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Looking to the big tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
They just have not been able to get this guy going. They've thrown it to him over and over again here in the first quarter, and QB and him just not able to link up. The defense knew that was where this guy was going to be looking, but these two, they've got to find a way to get on this.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. The Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Complete left side, Coleman. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Longhorns can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Trying to move them on the counter. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. And they take it in for 6 more points.
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And they tacked on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Cross. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. We've had some early action here as they take over trailing 13-7. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Makes his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Say it. They're working that left side. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Dragged down after working his way, and those feet were pitter-pattering as he picked up 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Fires to the tight end. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone. Himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing, say it. Look out. Looking long. Intercepted to stop the threat. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Defensive backs have tough jobs. I mean, you think about whether you play nickel, whether you play dime, whatever it is, you put more DBs on the field. It's more speed. It's more guys that can cover, but they also got to cover that ground. But to cover the ground and make the pick, a lot of times you don't see that. Superb effort by that guy.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Sets his feet. It's Manning. Caught. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Using his legs, it Smothers. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fields the punt. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on Ohio State's sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Say it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football, and sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. He'd probably want that throwback.
Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Turns it upfield. Oh, the sweet juke gets him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And the Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Sayin. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to...
Oh, they block it!
That time, what a surge right up the middle of the field. They were able to get penetration and block the kick.
The Longhorns head out hoping to move the ball on this possession. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. From the gun, it's Smothers. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Manning. On target. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Manning lines up in the gun on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. Hits inside. It's Jackson. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Sayin to throw. Under pressure. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Really good job by the defense. Understand the quarterback got outside the pocket, Now I got to understand where he's at. Now the middle of the field starts to come towards where he's scrambling. The other side of the field comes to the middle of the field. Great job by the defense understanding the quarterback was pressed outside the pocket.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Receiver comes in motion. Left side is Coleman. Makes a catch but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, the defense, they haven't had an answer for this guy. He has been lighting them up in the pass game early and often so far, and that time just not able to hook up with his quarterback.
Running inside, it's Smothers. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. Smashes in between the uprights. That'll make it a two-score game at 16-7.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Here's Julian saying to throw. And he gets it away.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Rush is on. Oh, he dropped it. He had the pick in his hands and a chance for one of his patented big plays, and he couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Hunt is in the air. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's Arch to throw. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
quick give. It's Smothers. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They go play action with Manning. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Arch Madness. He'll throw it. Out wide left, it's Coleman. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. That holding call might have knocked them out of field goal range for the moment. It's now second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Throws to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Wingo. Touchdown, Longhorn. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State. They had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Cuts it upfield. It's Jackson. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Quickly out to the tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. The run inside. It's Jackson.
And as you start to settle into games as a play call, you start to figure out what works and what doesn't work. And they really got to find a way to get this running game going. They haven't figured it out yet. Like, maybe get the ball more on the perimeter. You know, find a way to get the ball to your running back in space. This offense really has to find a way to get the ground game going.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious, and he gets back in the fray shortly. From the gun on third down, Saying. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Buckeyes will punt this one away. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Fires to the tight end. And he's only able to pick up about a yard before he stopped on the play. And that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Long way to go on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Manning. Right side, it's Coleman. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. That pass is incomplete.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to come into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half. Because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Say it. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Straight ahead, it's Jackson. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Throwing, say it. Here comes the heat. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From the gun, it's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop. He's got enough for the first down, and now this offense might have a chance to do something. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with Georgia taking on the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. Back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Guys, checking in with Coach Sarkisian at the half. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
All right, Holly. He's looking deep. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well. And they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the Texas sideline, the offense is getting ready to take the field right now, but they have been patting the defense on the back, patting guys on the helmet, saying, get that ball back for us. We are going to make them pay. This defense has kept their offense right in it. There's a ton of chemistry and excitement down here on the field. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. They think there's room to run to the right here. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. They get him on the ground at the 33, but not before he picks up 6.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. They'll run it on 4th down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Maybe can be a little more aggressive here after the offsides penalty. It's 1st and 5. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Smothers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throws it off the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Hits inside. It's Smothers. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They go to the counter on the stop.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He splits the uprights, and now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Say it. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
That's a great job getting the 1st down by that guy. He's a big-time weapon. He's got the speed. He's got everything you look for in a wide receiver. And it's funny, you think about Ohio State football. Back in the day, Woody Hayes running the ball 3 yards in a cloud of dust. But recently, they've been recruiting playmakers at the receiving position because this offense has changed. It's now up-tempo. They're now throwing the ball vertically down the field, and they've had so many guys go in the 1st round in recent years. This dude right here fits that mold to a T. Love watching this guy play.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
That penalty cost them a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. This 3rd down a little longer after that penalty. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Sayin. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down. Looking for room, it's Smothers. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
To throw, Manning. Out wide right, it's Townsend. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Just a short pass to the tight end. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. The snap sets up to throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Gets the back moving. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Got his man. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
Not gonna make it, and the 4th down gamble backfires.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He makes the stop, and a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. Play fake, say it. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Smith. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. And the Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Here's Sayin to throw. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Sayin snags it. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder.
Makes the grab past the marker. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion. First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Reels it in. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
This offense desperate for a score here to try to stay in the game. It's 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Absolutely center cut. Had to settle for the field goal.
The score, Texas 26, Ohio State 10. Texas.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running inside. It Smothers. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. They'll line up for a second down play. DB's right up on the receivers. Keep it on the ground. It's a fumble. Scoops it up, still a live ball. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still third and long. Throwing Manning. Finds a spot in the middle. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Trying to get started. He's got great speed. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. The quick game. At the 45 on its way. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Rush right in his face. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Caught on the RPO. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. And the Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. The Buckeyes want to move quickly.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Again, it's Sayed. Move to his right. He'll pull it down. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues moving quickly down the field. Here's Julian Sayed to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Sayed. He uncorks one deep. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sayed back to the air. Throws to the back. Hauls it in, the first down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the fourth down decision pays off big time. And the Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Look out! Flip it out to the back on the screen. Got enough space. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And when you run these screen plays, you're trying to get your playmaker the ball in space, and what a great job. They get it to the running back, but look at the blocks out in front. Everybody paving the way, creating some space, and then he's got so much speed, he can take care of the rest. Really, really nice screen pass.
Sayed. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
And that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Finds a crease, it smothers. He's knocked down in the backfield, and even that spin move couldn't create space. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Got it down the field. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the 4th quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and long here. Here's Manning to throw. Left side, it's Wingo. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. The corners are walked up tight. Gonna look downfield again. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Gives it. Uh-oh, look out. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Play action, here's Manning. Under pressure. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Fakes the grab on the left. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these first.
Caught, and he's got room. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Out wide right, it's Parker. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Well, this guy's not easy to bring down. They just throw him a simple hitch pass, but he's got so many moves out in the open field. You've got to get a lot of hats to the football to get that guy down, prevent him from scoring on big plays.
Again, it's Sayin. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's changing the play. Throwing, say it. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Longhorn sideline. This team is ready to take the field and continue this upset bid. They knew coming into this game that they had to make some noise against the #1 team in the country, and they have so far. They said they have got to finish out this game strong. The coaches are saying keep the energy up. We'll see if they're able to complete the upset here today. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. One more time, it's Brown. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. This could be the biggest play of the game so far. 3rd down and 2. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. Steps into this one and unleashes a booming punt. My goodness. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Boy, at this stage of the game, when every snap and every yard counts, that penalty is costly. It's 3rd and long. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And I love that play call. I love when you're backed up in your own territory, forcing them to defend the whole field. But here's the problem. When you go aggressive twice in a row and you throw 2 incompletions, now 3rd and long, out of your own end zone. Like, this is just, don't make that big mistake. Don't hold on to that football too long. Don't turn it over. You got to be smart on this 3rd down.
They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. The handoff keeps working on that clock. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Offside. Defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Right side, it Smothers. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. On the ground with the counter. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Now on 2nd down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Runs through the tackle. He's stopped, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they are going to waltz out of here.
Man, the nicest thing in sports to have is to be able to rely on the run game, to have the lead and be able to run that clock out. Just watch it tick, and the defense can do nothing about it. And that right there gets it done. Leaning on the ground game. And, Jesse, I don't know about the clock, but that thing's about to run out.
And that's really the identity of this offense, too. They are going to be physical. They're going to run the ball. Even where you just need one first down to end the game, you can go out and execute like that. They're going to feel good after this one.
What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number 1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were number 1, that doesn't mean anything until the end of the season. And you're the last guy standing, and you have the trophy. So take this loss, work on some of those things you think you need to work on so it doesn't happen again.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.